As I made my way down Cowgate, I was flooded with memories from past trips. I have spent so much time on this street, stayed in nearby hostels, and even gone on midnight haunted tours of Edinburgh, right around the corner from here. The guide actually takes you underneath the streets and paints a rather vivid picture of the city's past. I decided to keep the promise I made to myself and head back to Arthur's Seat. By this point of my hike, my feet were in so much pain. Before this trip, I bought some new shoes from Keene, which were killing my feet. My right shoe broke in pretty fast, as it should. For some reason, my left shoe was taking its sweet time. I had to stuff a paper towel into the side to cushion the shoe from rubbing against my left ankle. Still, I limped up and down the mountain, looking like the hunchback of Notre Dame. I even reached out to Keene on Twitter, but nobody responded. I stopped by the gift shop at the Palace of Holyrood so that I could purchase a new shot glass. The one I bought here a few years back was accidentally dropped during my last move and it shattered. Since I was in the gift shop anyway, I purchased marzipan fruits and some English rose chocolates. I also stopped for a cookie at Starbucks so that I could rest my foot. By this point, I considered getting an Uber the rest of the way to the flat, but I ended up just walking slower. Maybe a few more uphill climbs and this left shoe will start to relax. I ended up in an Uber later in the evening, after all. I rode all the way to the north side of Leith to Ocean Terminal, a mall with another cinema. Before the movie, I indulged in some Ben & Jerry's. I later found some dinner at Deacon Brodie's Tavern, which is very close to the flat. A Scottish soup that I always look forward to is called Cullen's Skink. This is thick soup, much like clam chowder, but without the clams. Instead, they put in smoked haddock or another kind of white fish. It warms the soul. Stovies is another traditional Scottish dish that consists of potatoes, meat, and usually vegetables are added. I woke up refreshed and felt like I was ready to have a good day. I think that was the first night that I actually got decent sleep on this trip. I stopped at the Starbucks this time to do a little bit of writing. I Googled how to break in a shoe faster, and they suggested that I heat it with a hairdryer. First off, I don't own a hairdryer because I don't have the luxurious locks that would require one. Secondly, I'm not going to buy one just for this trip. And third, who has room in their bag for a whole hairdryer? I would love to buy a kilt. The only reason I haven't justified this purchase is because I don't know when or where I'd actually wear it. It's sort of like the gal who purchases the most beautiful and expensive wedding dress and only wears it on her wedding day. I'm not saying that ladies shouldn't buy their dream dress, but what I am saying is that thing has been hanging in your closet since you took it off on your wedding night. It was time for my third ascent up to Arthur's Seat. This time the hike felt different than the first two times had. Today I was feeling the weight of the world on my shoulders for some reason. 2022 was quite hard on me, especially the second half.
You put all your faith in my dreams. You gave me the world that I wanted. What did I do to deserve you? I follow your steps with my feet. walk on the road that you started. I need you to know that I heard you, every word. I've waited way too long to say everything you mean to me. In case you don't live forever, let me tell you now, I love you more than you'll ever wrap your head around. In case you don't live forever, let me tell you the truth. I'm everything that I am because of you. I've carried the song in my mind. Listen, it's echoing in me, but I haven't helped you to hear it. We've only got so much time. I'm pretty sure it would kill me if you didn't know the pieces of me are pieces of you. I've waited way too long to say everything you mean to me. In case you don't live forever, let me tell you now, I love you more than you'll ever wrap your head around. In case you don't live forever, let me tell you the truth. I'm everything that I am because of you. In case you don't live forever, let me tell you now, I love you more than you'll ever wrap your head around. In case you don't live forever, let me tell you the truth. I'm everything that I am. In case you don't live forever, let me tell you the truth. As long as I'm here as I am, so are you.
I am so thankful for my family and friends who have shown me unconditional love. Later that night, I found some delicious ramen for dinner. I finally decided that enough was enough. So help me, if I have to spend $1 million, I'm going to find some comfortable shoes. I found my new shoes at the North Face. I paid a little more than I usually do, but it feels like I'm walking on a cloud now. I was so relieved that I even sent this passive-aggressive tweet to Keen. However, I quickly deleted it and moved on with my life. I went to Mom's for lunch. I've been coming to this restaurant for years, ever since it was called Monster Mash. It is the ultimate in comfort food. I love their sausages and mash, and this is the actual restaurant where I had my very first haggis. I became a man that day. After lunch, I decided that it was time for my 4th climb to Arthur's Seat. I'll spare you all the footage from my climb. The only difference this time around was the fact that it rained on me for most of the hike. Here was my 5th summit the next day. On my 6th climb, I was able to get up close and personal with this bird. It actually hung out long enough to pose for the picture. We had a great conversation. Since this is my 8th full day in Edinburgh, this is my 8th climb up to Arthur's Seat. So tomorrow, I'm not here for a full day. I'm actually going to my next destination. So I won't be climbing up Arthur's Seat tomorrow. So anyway, but I should be back to Edinburgh before the end of this adventure. Alright, I'm at the summit. This is number 8. There's 1 million people up here today. And I can't really complain about the tourists because I am one. So, number 8. Woo!